My name is Servlet, coach with Nigerian Enterprises. From where we stopped, we created iHapp project, and in this series of video, we're going to include a servlet. And to include a servlet is a Java class, and it is used to process client requests and generate a dynamic response, which is being sent back to the client. So it's a Java class. We have to create it inside the source package, as you know. For this one, it's just going to be a demo servlet, just to learn what servlet is, so we're going to click on servlet, and we're going to give it servlet name of demo. Probably going to delete it later, and the project I have, okay, everything is as I want it. So let me say I have to put it inside deployment description file because I don't want to use annotation. And I'm coming to this. Okay, my servlet name, of course, demo, and my URL pattern. We'll discuss about what URL pattern is. So let's create it. Yeah, now our servlet is created, and you can see public class demo, and you would notice that it extends HTTP servlet, and this is what makes it a servlet class. It has to extend HTTP servlet, and this HTTP servlet is an abstract class. And if you kind of look into it, you would see that, okay, my PC is freezing. I don't know. Okay, welcome back. Now, as you can see, this is the demo class. As I was saying, it extended the HTTP servlet. Now, the HTTP servlet is an abstract class. It's not a class you can create instance of. Now, so this is the HTTP servlet. So it's a bundled class with the Java EE API. So now, HTTP servlet, being an abstract class, again extends another abstract class called generic servlet. So this generic servlet is also bundled with the Java EE API, and the generic servlet implements servlet. So this is what makes demo a servlet. So demo as a Java class extends HTTP servlet, which is an abstract class, that extends generic servlet, which is an abstract class, which implement the servlet interface. And in the servlet interface, please note we have the method destroy and we have the method service. These two methods are very, very, very important in the life cycle of a servlet. So the method service is actually a method that is used to process the request. It contains the algorithm that is needed to generate the dynamic response for the client request. So that's where it's going to be. And then the destroy method is actually being called by the web container itself to destroy the instance of the servlet created in the process of generating response for the client after the response has been generated. So now, let's come back to our demo class. As you can see, we have some classes, we have some methods like process request and process request. And if I should expand this further, we also have some methods like do get, do post, and get servlet info. Of course, get servlet info, it's a method that was actually created in servlet, actually being implemented by one of these. It's been implemented. Okay, I think it's been overwritten by one or overridden by either of these two. I can't say specifically. Then, and that is how it's been inherited. Okay, it's been overwritten here. Sorry, and so I can add some description to it. And in this place, I will just say this is just a demo class. This okay, is just a demo class to understand servlet. Okay, that's good. Now, the do post method is the method that actually intended to contain an algorithm that is to process requests that are kind of based on posts from the client side, and the one based on get is being processed by the do get. So now, looking at the process request, you would observe that the process request method is actually being called in the do get and in the do post. Yeah, this is just a very good way of preventing you from writing the same algorithm twice, because you might not know whether your front-end developer is going to be using do get or the post. So if it's using get, you want the same, probably you want the same algorithm that is being processed for get to be processed for post. So rather than me writing a lengthy algorithm here and repeating that same lengthy algorithm here, it's more preferable for me to write all the lengthy algorithm inside the process request, then call the process request method inside do get, call it inside do post. So either of it will run the same algorithm. And mind you, the do get and the do post method is being called inside the service method, and this service method is actually okay, I'm coming. The service method, yeah, thank you, this is it. The service method is being, oh, excuse me, I'm coming. The service method is actually being, yeah, oh, sorry, the code cannot be seen. Oh my god. Okay, actually what the service method, the algorithm contained in the service method, it has been encrypted. Algorithm contained in the service method is so logical that if your request is based on do post get, is going to execute the do get method instead, and if your, which in turn execute your process request, and if your request is being based on post, is going to execute the do post instead, which in turn executes the process request instead. So it's very cool and very, very simple. So now in this process request, I would just run it first so that you can see this. Then let me just say something here. I'm going to explain what this out object is later. Okay, out.println, out.println. So, and I'll just kind of put it in my header one. I don't want it to be in header one. I want it to be in header 4, so it can be of reasonable size. Okay. Let this one be in header. Let it just be in header 2. I'm going to put it in header 2. So, and I'm going to be using header 4 here. So h4. Okay, thank you. And thank you again. H4. Closing the tag. So now, because okay, I want this to be like this, and now I can concatenate by calling this guy. Oh, sorry, I can easily concatenate with this. So what am I trying to do? I want to call my get servlet info method. So I want to call my get servlet info method, which is going to give me a string anyway. What's happening to my mouse? It's going to give me a string anyway, so my PC is misbehaving. So I'm just going get get servlet info. So, and that's definitely gateway input color. So my get servlet info, which is the same method there, you can see get servlet info, and it's what I'm calling here. And you need to return a string, so I am putting it here, as you can see, and because it's returning string, the string gets concatenated with this, and you can easily see. So let's just run this quickly. If I come here and I say demo, okay, then it should bring something. Now, yeah, servlet demo at http/. this there's something else that should come up with it. Okay. Oh. So sorry. Now, by refreshing the page, you can see now it says this is just a demo class to understand Servlet. So now, how do I call this Servlet on my client side by saying /demo? And this /demo is actually the URL path for the Servlet, and this app is actually the context part for my application. So, but how do I do that? I will come to this project file, and okay, it should be in web, and yeah. So I'm there now. Opening this, you can see the web.xml file, what we call deployment description file. Deployment description file is actually a web.xml file. Is an XML file whereby we map our Servlet to a request from client, and to do that, it's a tag based. XML is tag based. So we have the Servlet tag and we have the Servlet mapping tag. So I have to first of all declare the Servlet, and by saying the name and the package in which it is. So I say Servlet name, demo, and the package in which it is. Now the Servlet mapping now maps my URL pattern desired to be given to the Servlet with the Servlet name. So my URL pattern is /demo and Servlet name is demo. So if I'm giving it to the front developer who wants to request for this Servlet to actually process a request, is going to be sending a request on using /demo. His form requesting will be using this URL pattern /demo, which will then be mapped with my demo class. Should I change this to hi demo? Let me just put it as hi demo. You would see that this class will not be seen again, except I call it with hi demo. So let me just change it. Okay, it's done, it's saved. So let me come here. It won't see it again because the URL pattern has changed. So it's kind of loading. With you can see HTTP server status 404 not found. Why? Because the URL pattern has changed. So I will probably give it the same URL pattern iDemo. So because there is no URL pattern mapped to any certain class, Servlet class. So if I use iDemo, iDemo. Now iDemo is URL pattern, but the actual Servlet being processed is the demo Servlet. So it's not the Servlet name that we are actually requesting here, but it is the Servlet URL pattern, the URL pattern that is being mapped to the Servlet. So I'll actually come here again, and I'll just put it as demo, because it makes it more organized for me to use my Servlet name as my URL pattern. It makes so much sense to me and kind of easy for me. So I will do that again. So now a little bit of that. So let's say I have another Servlet now again. I'll just say Servlet name, give the Servlet name by inside the Servlet name class rather. I'm going to declare the name and the package. Then with the Servlet mapping tag, I'm going to map the URL pattern I want to use for that Servlet in processing request. I'm going to map it with the Servlet to process that particular concerned request. So now coming back to the Servlet class, now you now know what the Servlet class is, and you now know what the process request method is. You might not use this process request. I could just come here and let me just say this. I can just say copy. Okay, let me just copy all this out. Okay, I still want to copy this one. Okay, oh shit. Okay, now I can just copy this one out, and mind you, I'll just comment this or process request. I'll just comment this or process request. That's not what I wanted. Come back to me. So asterisk slash and then asterisk. So okay, so meaning that I'm commenting this whole thing out of my way. Then I can decide that okay, I don't want do posts as well. I can say I don't want to do post as well. And then because I'm so certain that my front-end developer will not be using post, so and I'm going to put my algorithm here. It's going to do the same thing. That's my point. It's going to do the same thing. Oh, I'm having some error. I'm going to fix that now. Yeah, I've tidied up my code, and now you can see that I've removed the process request, I've removed the do post, and I'm only left with very short line of code. I'm putting my algorithm to generate the response page. I'm actually putting it inside my do get because I'm so certain it's going to be a get. So now let me run it again, and it's going to be a get. It's going to be a get. Now you can still see it's working. Now the reason why it's working is that if you are not using if you are not specifying whether get or you are not specifying whether post, the system will default to use get, and so that's why I'm so sure it's going to use a get. And I'm not using process request now. So what just happened is that the service class will be called upon, and the service class will process the do get because it's going to by default process the do get. So since I'm sure I'm using do get, I don't need the process request to play safe. So I'll just put my algorithm directly inside my do get, then my service class executed. So that's it. But I actually prefer to go some way back to where I was coming from. So I'll just return it back in a little while. Coming now, I've tidied up my code again, and I'm using the process request again. Why am I using the process request? Because it's good to play safe. What if my front-end developer doesn't use get and they use post instead? So it's good to play safe. So that is all about Servlet for now. Thank you very much. I'll meet you in next class. Thank you.